Hi everyone and welcome to another Gorelicious review, and today I'm reviewing High Tension, also known as Switchblade Romance. So it's from 2003, it's a collaboration between France, Italy and Romania, and it's directed by Alejandro Aja. It's also written by him and Gregory Levasseur. I know that they have collaborated on stuff before and after. And it's starring Cécile de France, Maïwen, Philippe Nahon, Frank Calfone, Oana Pelea, and Andre Finti. So, we have these best friends, played by Cécile de France and Maïwen, Marie and Alexia, and they decide to spend a really quiet weekend at Alexia's parents' house. They live in a secluded area, like in the country. But after they have arrived and settled down, a man mysteriously breaks in and causes havoc and kidnaps Alexia. So now it's up to Marie to save her. So this is one of the films that came with the new French wave of gore movies in the early and middle of 2000, and I was amazed when I saw this. Actually, I've seen this a lot of times, and I really like this film. But it is very interesting when you rewatch it, uh, because one of the best things about this film is definitely the ending. It has kind of a twist that I did not see coming when I watched this film for the first time. But when you rewatch it, you think about the film differently. So I urge you to rewatch it if you've seen it. And also, I do like the story. As I said, it became so much better with the twist. Before that, it felt kind of like a generic horror movie. Someone gets kidnapped and someone has to try and save that person. It kind of felt like a road trip movie from there, because they were chasing each other and a lot of things happened. But when you get to the end, then you realize, okay, this is not just a generic horror film filled with gore. It actually has something more to offer. And I do really like the gore scenes, because in the beginning, you're kind of presented with a character that will appear later in the film, and just the way that that character is presented has such an impact. You immediately go, oh wow, okay, we're in for a ride. Yes. And also I really did like Cécile de France as Marie. I think she really did a great job. She was very intense, and she made everything very believable. And Mayovan was really good as the friend who gets kidnapped. And I mean, the gore scenes were, when I first saw it, I was like blown away. Because early on, the family goes through a lot of hard times. And yeah, there was just like one scene where a character gets like their head, like just they're placed like by a shelf or something, and then the person just shoved the shelf and just the blood comes spraying out. And there's also like a not a decapitation but a throat slash that just, it's so good, because it doesn't look like a clean cut. It really looks like the thingy was kind of edged, and the cut wasn't perfect, so it just makes it even more raw and gnarly. And the blood spray was just fantastic. And then we have the scenes where Marie's trying to save Alexei, and they end up at a gas station. And I just love that scene so much. It has a lot of suspense, and also a really good bloody kill in that one. And also, when we then later get to the twist, just the way that they revealed everything, I thought was so good. It made me go, oh. But having this twist revealed, it does have a few problems. Like mainly just well, that doesn't really make any sense. Just some small details that doesn't make sense for me in some places. But I don't want to focus too much on that. But rewatching it, that was the only issue that I kind of had with it. But otherwise, fantastic. And also, there's a really good chase scene involving a car Marie is driving and a song by Muse is playing, and it just fits so well with the scene. And then when we get towards a kind of a wooded area, everything is just so well made, and I really like the editing and the cuts forth and back and forth when we finally know the reveal and twist, and it just matches up really well in those areas. And I also love Marie's kind of, it wasn't a baseball bat, but it really reminded me of that, but it was more square, like when you have a fence and you break one of the legs off and then it's wrapped in a kind of a barbed wire. So that was really, really cool. And I really liked this film. And I saw it at an early age. I found it in a DVD store, and it had that cover. So I'm like, oh, this looks really cool. And then I saw it, I'm like, wow, okay, I need to check out more of these, new French wave gore movies. And they haven't disappointed me. And I also reviewed Inside, which was one of these films, when I did my Christmas Horror Madness. So if you want to check out that review and my opinions on that film, just scroll down and you will find it. So let's check out my current edition of the film. It looks like this. I mean, I just love the cover. You can kind of tell it would be kind of brutal and raw, and it definitely was. So I will give this film an 8 out of 10, which is a very good score. So if you've seen this film, let me know your thoughts about it. Did you like it? Did you not like it? And maybe you can tell me your thoughts about the other new French wave gore movies. Which one of them is your favorite? So thank you so much for watching. And please give this video a big thumbs up. It really helps me and it lets me know that you want to see more of my movie reviews. Hope you will have an amazing evening, and please join Sarah of Horror on Facebook. Just type it in and join the group. Bye!